Hello, everybody. This is Justin Shelley, CEO of Master Computing, coming to you on our inaugural episode of Stupid or Irresponsible. And I am here with my CIO, Chief Information Officer, Mr. Joe Malo. Joe, say hi.
Hey.
We're going to talk about some of the stupid things that we see. Maybe if it's not super stupid, we'll just say the irresponsible things that we see. But before I talk about other people and the dumb things that they've done, I am going to talk about myself. I had a password that I created about, what did I say it was last time we talked?
Was it 15 years ago? 20 years?
Yeah, something like 15. I think it was about 15 years ago.
When was the abacus invented?
Yeah, exactly. Shut up. So I just punched in some random characters on the keypad. I thought I was so smart to have this randomized password, and I memorized it. And that was fine at the time. Early 2000s, that might have been a good strategy, but then to use that password or some slight variation of it for 15 years on almost everything that I did, Joe, is that stupid or is that just irresponsible?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
What are some of the things that you pick up on that are just crazy? And we're going to kind of focus in on passwords right now.
Yeah, sure. So the number one thing I notice most people you do that I wish nobody did, they use the same password in every single website they use. Every email account, from their home network to their Wi-Fi password to their corporate email account to their computer login. It drives me insane. For instance, not too long ago, I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, we got called on site. One of our clients' CEO was out of town. They do a lot of international business. And the head accountant had received an email that he needed to be wired, I think it was $20,000 from a cashier's check. The head accountant, of course, it came from the email. Of course, she knows that he's out, the CEO's out doing whatever he does and may or may not need this, but something smelled off, so she gave me a call, and sure enough, at the end of the day, we found out he used the same email password for his home computer. Of course, it got breached. So that guy tried to log in on the corporate email account. Go figure, it worked. Sent her an email, and by the skin of our teeth, we saved him $20K just like that. But it could have very easily gone the other way
because he used the same password.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. What are some things people can do to comply with this really critical recommendation? Have good, complex passwords, different passwords everywhere. How do we make up the password in the first place? How do we remember it? How do we keep track of them all? What do you got for people?
Sure, yeah, man. That's definitely one of the big things. I notice a lot of people, and it's a big no-no, of keeping a notepad file or just a Word file on your computer named passwords. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Well, why not?
Well, every hacker in the world, the first thing they do when they try and breach, or if they actually get contact into your network.
So they know our secrets, is what you're telling me?
Absolutely. And the number one thing they're doing is they're looking for any file named passwords or social security or bank information. They're looking for that. It's automatic.
Don't open this file.
Yeah.
.xls.
Exactly. So what do you do? Do you write it down? Do you leave it under your keyboard? Well, that's not really super safe, especially if you're in a shared office environment like most of us are. There's tons of free tools out there. There's tons of pay-for tools. I would totally suggest using like a KeePass. Any of these password managers are amazing. They keep everything encrypted. They keep it safe. They keep it from prying eyes. And you don't have to remember it. You don't have to write it down. It writes it down for you.
Right.
The other big one, if they have what they call two-factor authentication, that's the number one best way, in my opinion, to stay secure, because it requires you to be able to have on your cell phone, it'll either text you a code and you punch in the code, so it prevents any kind of hacker from being able to fake that they're you, especially if they already have stolen your password in the past, or they bought it online in the dark web.
Okay. Two-factor auth, that's a good one.